Look at that. A month ago, I did my last video, and I said that I'd upload within 2 weeks. I'm pretty much just a scumbag, aren't I? Hey up, we're not even focused here, boys. There we go. It's probably better without the focus, to be honest. You don't want to be looking at my face. Anyway, today I'm going to voice over an upper session I did a couple of weeks ago. So I've done a couple more rotations since then, but don't really matter. I'm just going to explain X, Y, Z, why I'm doing what movements, etc, etc. And I'm also going to talk about my new workout split following that. So, yeah. Here we go then. Let's have it. A voiceover. So I hope everyone's good anyway. That's a nice polite way to start the video. Ask how everyone is. And if anyone's wondering how I am, I've been ill actually for a few days. You know, there's something's going around, cold, flu, that kind of thing. I've been a little bit under the weather, but I'm all right. I've still been training, had a couple of rest days, and now I'm back on it. So anyway, let's talk about this then, this upper session. So starting off with a lateral raise. So on a machine, you'll notice that I'm facing the other way and not holding the handles. The reason being, when I face the other way and hold the handles, I feel like my scapula just elevates regardless of when I'm trying to keep it retracted and depressed. So facing the other way and just clenching my fist and having my elbows straighter, I just get a way better connection to my medial delt. So I've kept it like that and it feels really good. So yeah, that's the first movement. Just get the shoulder joint nice and warm and really put emphasis on that medial delt, because that's the part of the delt, like your medial delt and your rear delt. That's what you want to bring up to get that real 3D looking delt. So yeah, that's the first movement. Then went on to a flat hammer press. This is Callum doing his set here. Callum's quite strong, to be fair. He did only, I think, a couple of reps less than me on my top set, and this is his first go at the movement. And he's not long come out of a cutting phase, so when he pushes body weight up, I expect him to get pretty strong. But yeah, so this is the first movement. So this was a couple of weeks ago, so this is like 3.75 plates per side. I'm actually doing 4 plates a side now for 6 to 7 reps within a couple of weeks, so that's all good. It's just one of them where I'm going to keep that movement in for as long as I can. I'm a big believer in keeping the movement in, progress it for as long as you can. Once you hit a bit of a wall, rotate it out, and that's how I go about training. I don't think there's a need to rotate things out just because you get bored, for example, or whatever reason people come up with.
Make sure you're right in his face as well when he's doing that last rep.
That's the kind of example I have to put up with, by the way, with training with people in the gym. They're the kind of conversations that my mates like to have. They make no sense, and it's just a load of crap. But yeah, training with people is actually feels a bit weird, to be honest. I've been training on my own for like years, a couple of years, and now training with like 3 other people in one session. I was like a bit overwhelmed. I'm like, I need to talk to people like during my session, and I'm quite antisocial when I train sometimes, to be fair, because I'm just there to get the job done. Anyway, so after the hammer press, did a pull down, just kept my scapula retracted, and just think about dragging the elbow down to my back pockets to really get the most out of my lat and minimise any upper back musculature getting involved. This now is an incline hammer press. So what I'm going to talk about here in this clip, I remember watching it, and I'm just going to show you the difference of like how you should spot. So if you notice here, when Callum fails a rep, what I'm doing is just keeping him smooth. I'm not letting him just hold the rep there, you know, and really struggle. I'm just taking off what he can't get, keeping him smooth to get the most out of his set.
Let's have a look at your shoes first.
Shoes?
Yeah.
They're a bit old. I think we'll be now. Right, top set, 3 plates and a 10. 3.5. Last time I did 3.5, I got 6. So a 10 kilo jump is probably quite significant. I probably shouldn't do this, but it's for YouTube, so. And then when Callum spots me, this sounds like I'm having a dig at Callum for spotting me like this. It ain't. I'm just kind of want to point out, like, I think this is some value I can add to a video. Like when he spots me, he's like, he comes in too late. So I'm holding it. He waits till I'm about to fail this rep. I'm here. I need help. No, it's not this one. It's the next one. So I'm here. And then he's, you know, it's on the descent before he comes in. So you've got to have your hands ready to assist the rep so you don't get stuck and you just keep the person smooth. Like I said, this ain't a dig at Callum at all. Like Callum's pretty decent at spotting. I think, I don't know, I'm just trying to add some value to the video, and because when people spot, they often do it wrong. They either come in too soon and they take all the weight off and you're like, you just stole my rep, or you'll be there like really struggling and you're like, mate, give me a spot, I'm like getting crushed here. And then when they come in, they just pull it up. Like, you've just got to take off what they can't get. I hope that makes sense. It probably didn't, but people that know will at least understand anyway, and people that don't know, I hope you understood. And I don't blame you if you don't understand, because I probably didn't explain that very well, but whatever. Yeah, learn to spot, mate. Don't take anyone's reps, you rep stealing people, mate.
Right, you're set there, eh? Yeah. Or a cleavage shot when you're going out.
Then into a T-bar row, so just biting the upper back, just thinking about, when you do a row, you're just going to think about where your elbows are in relation to your torso. So where I'm, with a wide grip here, you notice I'm just dragging my elbows high and wide. That's going to hit, the upper back musculature. And the other thing with a T-bar row is just trying to keep your chest actually on the pad. Too many people kind of let their chest come off and they end up like hyperextending, which is not ideal. And this next clip is, I think it's Blake coming up. Yeah, and then I show you kind of my phone about what music sometimes I listen to when I need to do a set. Now, this might sound weird, but some sets I need like fast-paced music to get myself ready for a set, and different movements for me. Like, some movements I have to get really hyped up for a set, and then others I just need to control my breathing more. And sometimes chilled out music, like a bit of reggae, mate, it does bits. But yeah, don't get me wrong, I don't go into like a set of a pendulum listening to reggae. You know what I mean? But it has its place, and I quite like that. And I feel like too many people their arousal levels kind of get too high and they end up messing the set up because they're too hyped up. I feel like you can mentally fatigue too much from getting too hyped up for your set. So maybe try that if you end up messing your set up because you're too excited for your set. Yeah, reggae does bits for me, but don't get me wrong, I do like some fast-paced music going into some presses and some squat variations. But yeah, nobody asked for that, did they? Nobody actually cares what I listen to. I don't know why I went over that, but whatever. So anyway, the new workout split I'm going to be doing. So Monday, rest day, and Tuesday, push, Wednesday, pull, Thursday, legs, Friday, rest, Saturday, upper, Sunday, arms, and then I'm just going to repeat that. So it's a 7-day split. And you're probably thinking, why you're not doing legs twice a week anymore. And that's just basically not necessarily recovery from a muscular fatigue standpoint, but more to do with my knee. Like, I don't want to talk about that too much. Like, I've had surgery on my knee before. It's not great, and I get a lot of inflammation and stuff from training. And there's obviously ways I can manipulate my training to reduce it a little bit, but to be honest, I feel like one session a week, yes, the literature says that training a muscle group more frequently is beneficial, and yeah, I do agree with that, but for me, I like playing football in the week, things like that. So for me, I'm content with just training legs once a week. And I feel like my arms need more attention. So when people say their arms need more attention, it's normally they need to grow all over. But I think in my case, when I think of my pressing strength with my chest and my delts and stuff, especially my chest, it's relatively strong, I think, for my body weight. And my arms, in proportion, I think, are lagging. So I've added an arm day because I've never had an arm day ever within all my years of training, really, apart from like my first year. So giving them like a day when I can hit them fresh, I feel like it's going to be quite beneficial. Anyway, that's all I've got to say, really. So hopefully this video was either entertaining, useful, whatever. Hopefully just worth your time to watch it. Please drop the video a like, comment, subscribe and share. I've asked you quite a few things there, but hopefully you do at least one. Anyway, have a good one. See you later.